Hey everybody, thank all of y'all for joining us tonight. If you're visiting with us, we thank you so much for being there. We start every Wednesday night with dinner, and then we come in there to the youth room for an awesome night of fellowship and message. And we just hope that if you are visiting with us, that you'll return back for Sunday morning. We have Sunday school that starts at 9 right here in or right there rather, not here. This is Florida, and this is my truck, and we're not going to have Sunday school in my truck or in Florida, but we'll have Sunday school there in that room starting at 9 a.m. on Sundays, and then move into our fellowship and worship service at 10. But this week's message is talking about friendships and relationships, and we'll get into that in just a minute. And there's going to be a lot of Bible verses that are embedding in the notes and stuff. So just listen to me. You don't have to open your Bibles up, but if you want to, that's awesome, and mark those verses. But there's going to be a lot of verses today in our message. Also, don't forget tonight is when your orders are due for your pizzas. No exceptions tonight. We got to have them. I have to call them in as soon as as soon as the night's over with. So make sure that you guys have all those pizza orders and all that money and everything taken care of and turned in tonight, because we got to get that turned in tonight, and that is tonight is the deadline, and we've been telling you guys that. So no reason why you shouldn't know that today is the deadline. Also, we got a lot of stuff planned for you guys coming up. And I mentioned that on Sunday. I'll read through that right now again. Let me get that pulled up for you. Give me just a second. All right. Sunday, September 4th, Labor Day at the Adams House. That is a church-wide fellowship for games the Sunday before Labor Day. September the 30th, we're going to have a fifth quarter lock-in at our church. So invite a friend after the ball game. Come over, hang out. We'll have some food, chill out, and we'll have a lock-in all night, play a bunch of games, and fellowship together, have some fun. October 22nd, we're going to Breakout Birmingham. So invite a friend for that. I'll give you times as those come. And then November 26th, we're going to have an Iron Bowl watch party for the obviously the Iron Bowl for that game. So we don't know where that location is going to be yet, but that's on our calendar. And then December 27th through the 29th, we're going to Extreme Winter Conference in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. It's $129 per person, and that money is due no later than November 1st. We're going to reserve 20 spots tomorrow, September 1st, when reservations open up. Okay? So don't forget those dates. And, of course, we'll brief you guys on those more and more coming up. But if you are visiting with us, we would love for you to join us in these activities and be a part of our group. So let me read this to you right quick, guys. Just kind of looking through today, trying to get some stuff together for this message, and I come across some stats. I thought it was pretty cool, and I thought you guys might get a kick out of it. And I want to open up with this. Every day in America, and Ben, if you're in there, you'll get a kick out of this too. But every day in America, we eat 75 acres, not pounds, not feet, but acres. Every day, we eat 75 acres worth of pizza in a day across America. We eat 53 million hot dogs a day. We eat 167 million eggs a day in America. We eat 3 million gallons of ice cream in a day in America. And we eat 3,000 tons of candy. That's crazy. I'm still hung up on the 75 acres worth of pizza eaten in a day. That's crazy. That's a lot of pizza. I wonder if those are stuffed crust or what type, but 75 acres, man, that's a lot. But tonight's message, you'll find the overall part of the message from our scripture in Proverbs 17:17, and then we'll get to that throughout the message. But the title of tonight's message, and the thing about tonight's message, is that about making friends. And Jesus has got a lot to say about the type of friends that we pick and that we choose from. And we don't want our friends to go to hell, number one. But at the same time, we don't want our friends to drag us there either. So there's no doubt, that everybody needs friends. But, when you're young, friends can have more influence on you, how you dress and act and think, really than your parents do. It's generally been said, show me your friend and I will tell you who you are. If friends play such an important role in shaping, your life, the question remains is in that who then should be your friend, right? So if your friends, tell you to do this and it's bad, then are they really your friends? And to what extent should your life be influenced by or shaped by your friends or your so-called friends' opinion? In this first part, we're going to talk about some practical ways that of how you can make a real friend, and then look at how you can kind of cope with peer pressure. In no way, guys, is this an exhaustive treatment of the subject, but it's intended to give you guys an opportunity to explore some options or implications rather of friends and peer pressure. There are people that there are people that have a difficulty at times making friends, and that's not a bad thing. It actually can be a good thing. At times I have a difficulty of making friends. I get shy, believe it or not. Sometimes I can go through my life and never meet a stranger, and then other aspects of my life I can go through and be shy and not really want to say hello or ask or talk or whatever. Especially meeting new people and things on our job sites. But at times people have a difficulty of making friends. Even those that are good at making friends need to be intentional in making real friends. And they need to know, and you guys need to know, what the secrets of making a good friend. In Proverbs, a friend is loving at all times and becomes a brother in times of trouble. And that's from our verse from Proverbs 17:17. Let me read that again. A friend is loving at all times and becomes a brother in times of trouble. A lot of people say is, well, when bad stuff happens, that's when you're going to find your true friends. Or when you go through that down time in your life, that's when you're going to find out who your true friends are. And there's more to friendship than having a shoulder for them to cry on, or for you to cry on. Friends have to correct others when it hurts. You have to stand up for what you believe in. Being in the church and being a Christian, you have to stand up for what you believe in for those friends that are out there doing things the wrong way. Even when it hurts, you still need to stick up and stand up for what you believe in and correct others in those times. And when a real friend sees you going the wrong way, they will warn you before it's too late. Same thing for you guys. When you see a friend going the wrong way, warn them before it's too late. Even though you know what they're going to say, even when you know what they're going to do, or even if you know that they're going to talk bad about you, you still need to warn them. You still need to let them know that you're going on the wrong path. You're going down the wrong track, but you got to do it real careful. Proverbs 27:6 said, there is more trust to be put in the bruises from one who loves than in the effusive kisses from one who hates. Meaning, the bruises are worth it when you trust and you love that person and let them know that they're doing wrong, rather than the easy thing to do is kiss them on the cheek even when you know that they're wrong. A person who thinks straight and talks straight is the kind of person that you want, guys, as a friend. Not all friends bring out the best in you. You know, a lot of kids and a lot of youth now learn from friends like stealing and telling lies and, doing, drugs and sex and all that stuff. And, once the influence of counterfeit friends, it causes you to contract bad habits. We need to trust in God that He will provide us with those real friends and not counterfeit friends. Not a friend that's going to like you in the here and now and then turn their back when you talk bad about you when your back's turned. Or a counterfeit friend is one that says that you're a real friend and really cares about you, but yet goes off and does all these things like stealing and smoking and premarital sex and all that. That's bad stuff. But if we seek out the strength from God about getting new friends, then He will tell us that the difference between that counterfeit and that real friend. Proverbs 13:20 says this: "He that is walking with wise persons will become wise, but he that is having dealings with the stupid ones will fare badly." I think I told you guys one time, the longer that you run with the dogs, the more chances that you'll have to contract the fleas, right? So the more that you run with this bad group and then live your life on this side doing things this way, sooner or later, those aspects of that bad group is going to take over this good life. But where can you find friends who love God? Where can you? Well, for first place, the first starter is there in our church. Get those friends here. Get them to our church. Get them there to listen to our messages so that God can work on them and that you can show them that you really, really love God. But not as important as loving God, but the next important is that you're showing them that you really, truly care and love them, because you're not thinking about the here and now, but yet you're thinking about the future. And your eyes are focused on heaven because you want your friends to get there as well. James 2:26 says, if such youth are difficult to find, in James 2:26, you'll find the role to find a real friend. And you'll find them in that Christian congregation. If friends that are your age are hard to find, then get some Christians older than you. Age needs not to be a barrier for friendship. But those older friends, those younger friends or younger people may see that, that what you've got going on with this group, and they want a part of that because they see you in church, and they see you involved, and they see that you want that you have something more to offer in that life. So this is how we can get a friendship started, okay? And I'm reading this part, all right, because I'm no professional. But I saw this, and I really wanted to add it to my notes and share it with you guys today. But how to get a friendship started. Have an active interest in others. And we can take Jesus Christ as the focus point for this. Because Jesus built friendships that was so strong with His friends that they were willing to die for Him. He invested His life so much in these friends and loved these friends so much that they loved Him so much that they were willing to die for Him. He cared for people. He reached out to help others. He always wanted to be involved. Having an interest in others is the first step in making friends. Knowing the person's name is a way to show interest. Sharing a meal together, or walking up and down the hall with them. Or I've told you guys before, just walk up to them and say, "Man, you look great today," or "You have a beautiful smile," or or even better, "I'm praying for you," because that shows them that you generally care about them and that you're open to a deeper type relationship with that person. Also, a way to make friends is to listen. In Luke chapter 8, verses 18, Jesus' words calls upon us to pay attention on how we listen. It refers to the listening to the Word of God, but it provides us with a principle that applies well in developing relationships. Be a good listener. Show interest in those people. Help them by listening. Sometimes a friend, you may have this new friend and they need you to pray with them, or they got a situation going on at home, but you have to be genuinely listening to them and learning from them and learning in their while they're talking and through their conversations. And be loyal. Don't just tell them that, "Yeah, I'm going to pray for you." Never do it. Be loyal. Pray with them. The main quality of friendship is loyalty. We want this group to grow. We want this youth group to expand and blow up. But the way that we do that is that we all become friends, and that we find those friends and we invite them here. And we show them that we care more about them than just a 8 to 3:30 relationship, but yet a 24/7, 365 relationship. Jesus Christ invested his life so that we can have opportunities to go out and preach the gospel and bring others to him, and to create those friendships. And through that, we share our feelings toward Jesus. Jesus endeared himself to others by revealing his deepest feelings, and he let it to be known that he felt pity and he felt love, or he was deeply grieved. We see all this in Matthew 9:36 and 26:38 and Mark chapter 10 and John chapter 11. Even in one instance, Jesus loved Lazarus so much he found out that he died, and Jesus cried. This doesn't mean, go up to your friends and just start bawling. But show emotion, share your feelings. And finally, don't expect perfection. Even when the friendship is off to a good start, guys, don't expect perfection, because we all make mistakes. We're all sinners. We all make mistakes in all kinds of ways. Know that friends cost time and emotions. You have to be willing to give up your time and give up your emotions and be loyal, and your feelings about the things that you're willing to give in to make room for your friends and feelings and opinions. The cost of a friendship, though, is nothing compared to the cost of not loving somebody. A life that is empty of loneliness. So make those friends for yourself. Listen to them. Be loyal. Show them interest. And like Jesus, you may have numerous ones to whom you can say that you are my friends. I think that this kind of struck a chord today when I was looking over this and studying this and trying to come up with something to talk about tonight, and I think that, wow, friendships are such a vital aspect in our belief system in Christianity, and accountability partners and ways and things to share with friends and people, and to help each other understand the gospel, and to help each other come to know Christ in a way that's authentic, and in a way that's unwavering and unfailing. When we invest our lives in people, then when that relationship is sparked and started, then we can invest our faith in that person. And we can download ourselves, just as Jesus downloaded himself to the disciples. We can download our faith and download the gospel and download ourselves and our belief system and the things that we've experienced in our life and help that person, and we can download ourselves into them. And then you'll see that room there completely expound upon what we've got there now, and you can just see it. You'll be able to watch it explode, and it'll be a beautiful thing because we're investing our life in our friends and our people and those people, and we want to invest our faith in them. My prayer today, guys, is that you go out there and you find those friends that need God. You go out there and you find those friends that need Jesus, and you find a way to befriend them, and you find a way to show them generally and genuinely show them the gospel and show them Jesus Christ, and live your life the way that Jesus Christ lived his, so that they not only do they hear what you say, but they see what you say by the way you live your life. And the challenge for the rest of the week is to go out and to make those friends, to go out and to show somebody that you genuinely care. Jesus Christ calls us to love him and to love others. Key word there. Capital O, others. Go out and love others this week and show them that you care about them and show them that you want them to have something better than what they have now. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. And if you are visiting, like we said earlier, we hope and pray that you come back and that you can experience the love that this group has for each other. And we want to love on you. We want you to experience our church and our group. And we just hope and pray that if you are visiting, that you will make New Harmony Baptist Church and to make this youth group your home, because this is a great group of young people, and they are really, really setting the tone and the pedestal for Jesus. Guys and girls that are in there, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, because you guys inspire me to do what's right, and you inspire me to continue to preach and bring you guys the gospel, and just the way that I see you guys living your lives is very inspiring for me and mine. So thank you guys so much for that. And I love you guys, and I thank y'all so much for being there, and I can't wait to see you on Sunday morning right there at 9 o'clock. We hope all of you join us back there for Sunday school. I hope that you guys have a good rest of the week. If you need anything, don't hesitate to text or call. Love you so much. Peace.